Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Saturday, April the 11th, 2026. Today we have 13 qualifying races on the docket, the first of which will be exiting the paddock in just a moment. There will be a break halfway through today's qualifying action. Clear morning here in Campbellville. The track is in great shape. Fast for this morning. And not much of a breeze at the moment. Flag's not moving too much, sitting at 3 degrees Celsius, only warming up as the morning goes along. So we'll get today's action underway shortly as the horses are out on the track for the first. Horses lining up for the first qualifier. Looks like the 2 and the 4 are out. PL Stevie and Bombproof. Inside out then, it's Hollow Hill Magic, Tahanta, Northern Chancellor, Tyrone Bowtie, Galen Urso, and Osceola. Starting gate into the stretch. Here they come for the first. And the rough and trotting. It's going to be Osceola, who is shooting from the outside. Good beginning for Tyrone Bowtie. Trotting ahead up into third is going to be Tahanta. Then settling in, that should be Galen Urso in front of a couple with Hollow Hill Magic. Second from the back, and the trailer being Northern Chancellor. Osceola is out to the lead. Out in front here for McNair, while Tyrone Bowtie is right there second as they come to the opening quarter in a time of 29-1. So it is Osceola who will front them into the backstretch. The now 6-year-old. Some troubles there in second for Tyrone Bowtie, who had some difficulties coming out of the turn, taken back. So trying to close the gap there. Second now will be Tahanta, followed up the backstretch third by Galen Urso. In line fourth is going to be Hollow Hill Magic, who continues to be followed by Northern Chancellor, and then Tyrone Bowtie takes to the back as mentioned. So Osceola still on the lead, as mentioned. Now a 6-year-old. This is the season debut qualifier for the winner of over $750,000 by the half in 59-3. Trotters will now make their way onto the far turn. It's Osceola leading it by almost 2. In second is the 4-year-old mare Tahanta. Then Galen Urso trots along third in his 4-year-old debut. He is following his stablemate, the leader, who is up front. That's Osceola on top by 2.5 lengths from Tahanta second. Galen Urso there third, a few lengths back to Hollow Hill Magic. Northern Chancellor's off the rail, and Tyrone Bowtie rounds things out 10 lengths from the lead. 129-2 was the 3/4 clocking, and the Trotters will now spin for home, and it is Osceola who has gotten away and leads it by nearly 5 lengths. So Osceola will look to storm home strong. In second is Tahanta. Galen Urso shown clear racetrack now on the outside, looking to advance up into that second spot. Northern Chancellor and Hollow Hill Magic battle for fourth, but it is all Osceola with a great-looking return to the track. Osceola will win this one by 7 lengths. Finishing in second was the stablemate Galen Urso. Then Tahanta was third. Through the line fourth, that was Hollow Hill Magic. The mile time was 1:56.4, 27-2 on the end of it for Osceola. Starting gate rolling for our second qualifier. 3-year-old Pacers here. Scratch the 7 could be queen. We've got 1 Savor the Moment, 2 Bikini Sealster, 3 Be Perfect BG, 4 is Pownell Bay Bobby, 5 is a clean deal, 6 TH Check Me Out. The 7 is scratched. Gate picks up speed. Here they come. Qualifier number 2. They're off and pacing, and it's going to be Perfect BG, who is going to edge out to the early advantage. Pownell Bay Bobby between horses. Right there at the rail is Savor the Moment. Here comes TH Check Me Out rushing up, while a clean deal takes her time up into 4th. Rounding things out is Bikini Sealster, who will be the trailer. Into the first turn, Perfect BG with the lead, while TH Check Me Out. We'll see if that one will settle down right into the 2-hole. It is there, as Savor the Moment lets that one in, sits third, 29-2 is the opening quarter. Perfect BG, the leader into the backstretch here, the 3-year-old daughter of Perfect Sting. She was a perfect 5 for 5 in her rookie season. New Jersey Sire Stakes champion. In second is TH Check Me Out, then Savor the Moment in third. 2 lengths going back to a clean deal, the Ontario superstar, O'Brien Award winner. It's her season debut. She's 6 lengths off the lead. She's being tracked up the backstretch by Pownell Bay Bobby, and 2 more lengths back to Bikini Sealster. Coming up to the half, and it's Perfect BG there in 59-1, second quarter in 29-4. Perfect BG and Louis Waugh by 2 lengths. TH Check Me Out. She made over $140,000 in her rookie season. She's there in second. Savor the Moment still third. A few lengths back to a clean deal in 4th. Pownell Bay Bobby is 5th, and 3 more lengths to Bikini Sealster, who is the trailer. They're coming to 3 quarters, and Perfect BG, a loose leader by 2, comes to 3 quarters in a time of 128 flat. So they'll come to the top of the stretch. Perfect BG has the jump on them, swinging into the lane. TH Check Me Out in second. Savor the Moment is third. A clean deal stays to the inside 4th. Then going back to Pownell Bay Bobby and Bikini Sealster, the trailer, into the final 8th. And Perfect BG with a good return. And this one cruising to the wire. A clean deal shoots up the rail, and she'll finish with a good kick. Finishing in third will be TH Check Me Out. Savor the Moment was 4th. And then going back to Pownell Bay Bobby and Bikini Sealster, 155 flat, 27 seconds home for Perfect BG. Starting gate moving for our third qualifier. Scratch number 3, Emmy Laurel, brings us down to a field of 8. Inside out, we have Baselets. Can You Keep a Secret? I'll Have the Red, Antebellum, Aura of Athena, A Splash of Green, Sweet Mama T, and Country Clover on the outside. Here they come for the third. And the raw fan trotting. From the inside, Can You Keep a Secret gets our first call. We'll all have the red, and the others look content just to line up. Getting away third there will be Antebellum. On the outside of that one, fourth was of Athena. The only one mixing it up will be Country Clover, who trots up on the outside for Wah, back down to the inside to A Splash of Green, Sweet Mama T, and the trailer is Baselets. But out in front here for Travis Collin, this is Can You Keep a Secret, and Can You Keep a Secret leads it by nearly 4 lengths at an opening quarter of 29 seconds flat. I'll Have the Red is there in second as we move to the backstretch with Antebellum in third. Fourth is Aura of Athena. Meanwhile, Country Clover got a seat there mid-pack, lands in front of A Splash of Green, who is a little more than a length and a half better than Sweet Mama T, and 2 more lengths back to Baselets. But all alone up front here, this is Can You Keep a Secret, the muscle mass filly, trotting along at a 3.5 length advantage, while I'll Have the Red, the Chapter 7 filly, now starts to inch a bit closer. They were by the half in 59 and 3, a 30 and 3 second quarter, and as the trotters take it onto the far turn, Can You Keep a Secret leads it by 2. I'll Have the Red there second. Antebellum tracks along in third. Fourth is Aura of Athena. Country Clover at the inside is A Splash of Green. Underway with Sweet Mama T from second to last, and the trailer is Baselets coming to 3 quarters. Can You Keep a Secret still by 2. I'll Have the Red in second, and Antebellum's been glued to that one's helmet in third. 3 quarters was 130 and 2. So the trotters get to the top of the stretch. Can You Keep a Secret trying to go gate to wire. I'll Have the Red second. In third is Antebellum. Sweet Mama T's up on the outside now into fourth from Aura of Athena. As we have a 16th to go, Can You Keep a Secret still clear. I'll Have the Red, though, is finishing up well second. In third is Antebellum. Here comes Country Clover up on the outside into fourth. At the wire, it was Can You Keep a Secret who wins it in 158 and 4. And we're getting set now for the fourth qualifier. 3-year-old Pacers have been called in. It's a field of 8, probability the 1, all the right places 2, Twin B Stanley 3. Never Leave Harlan the 4, Major Money 5, Who Let the Dogs Out 6, No Waitlist the 7, and Dime Betters on the outside, number 8. Here they come for the fourth. And the rough and pacing. And we've got some speed shown from No Waitlist from the outside. That one going forward. Major Money down the center moves up into second. Here up on the outside is Dime Better, who will come across into third. That one gets in front of Never Leave Harlan in fourth. On the outside is Who Let the Dogs Out there fifth. To that one's left is All the Right Places. And then we'll find Probability and the trailer Twin B Stanley. So No Waitlist to the opening quarter in 28 and 2. It's No Waitlist who will move us into the backstretch. Clear by 2 lengths, closing the gap second. Major Money will want to track that leader. Also right there third then is Dime Better. Fourth up the backstretch is Never Leave Harlan. 2 lengths back then to Who Let the Dogs Out mid-pack in fifth. Then racing along is All the Right Places. 2 lengths better than Probability. That same margin back to Twin B Stanley. No change in order here through the second quarter. And it is still No Waitlist, a cattle wash colt who swings them up to the midway point. Leads it by 2. 57 and 4 was the half-mile time. No Waitlist onto the far turn. In second, that is Major Money. Being closely followed by Dime Better, who is only about 4 lengths off the lead there in third, while Never Leave Harlan is spotted in fourth. Going back to Who Let the Dogs Out, a gap of 4 lengths back to All the Right Places, Probability, and Twin B Stanley. So again, nothing changes as we come to 3 quarters, and it's still No Waitlist, a 2-length leader. 3-quarter time was 127 and 1, and the Pacers are into the lane, and No Waitlist, season debut qualifier, is trying to kick home well. We'll try to keep that margin at a few lengths. In second has been Major Money. Here comes Dime Better, and Dime Better is rushing. Up into fourth, that's Who Let the Dogs Out. 16th to go, and No Waitlist still with the lead. Dime Better trying to reach up. These two down to the wire. No Waitlist and Dime Better. No Waitlist will take it. No Waitlist was there. Dime Better finishes second. Then third through the wire was Major Money in 155 flat. Starting gate rolling for the fifth qualifier. It's a field of 8 3-year-old pacers. 1 Mickey Moose, 2 Pearl Wash, 3 is Easy Station, 4 A Bet's a Bet, 5 is Blushing Joy, 6 Walter's Nip, 7 American Road Trip, and 8 is Better Script. Gate picks up speed. Here they come. Qualifier number 5. They're off and pacing, and a breaker at the start was the 5 Blushing Joy. That one made a miscue. Coming away well on the outside is American Road Trip, along with Walter's Nip, who is going to forge ahead. Easy Station will get clear of Mickey Moose, who is followed by Pearl Wash. Meanwhile, Better Script gets ahead of a couple in front of A Bet's a Bet, and Blushing Joy, who made that break at the start, has reset and will catch on up. So we come to the opening panel. Walter's Nip, and all bets off. Colt leads it here for Tyler Borth. Opening quarter time was 30 seconds flat. Walter's Nip will move us to the backstretch, clear by a couple of lengths, while Easy Station is then in second. Third up the backside is American Road Trip. Mickey Moose races along in fourth, followed by Pearl Wash in fifth. Then we go to Better Script, a couple more lengths to A Bet's a Bet, and rounding things out is Blushing Joy. Walter's Nip, after a 30-second opening quarter, cruising along in the second panel. Easy Station, a couple taps as that one wants to track the leader closely. 1 minute and 4/5 was our half-mile time. They go on to the far turn. It's still Walter's Nip, and Walter's Nip picks it up here. They let it out a notch, leads it by 2.5 lengths. Easy Station will look to continue to stick there second. In third is American Road Trip. Inside fourth is Mickey Moose. Underway is Pearl Wash. So Pearl Wash got the cue to go. Then we are back to Better Script, followed by Blushing Joy and A Bet's a Bet coming to 3/4. Walter's Nip at 3/4 and 1:30 and 3, and has some company. They're into the lane, and already making that quick move was American Road Trip as that one surged up. Rail opens up now for Easy Station. Pearl Wash up on the outside. Walter's Nip trying to hang in there as we have less than 1/8 of a mile to go. American Road Trip with a quick move at the 3/4 pole took the lead. Easy Station, though, battling at the inside. American Road Trip and Easy Station. Easy Station gets it from American Road Trip. Finishing in third was Pearl Wash. Walter's Nip was fourth, and at the rail fifth was Mickey Moose in 1:58 and 1. Qualifier number 6 is up next. Scratch numbers 4, 5, and 7. That will bring us down to a field of 4. Jody Jameson drives the 2, Go Ahead and Make My Day. So 1 is Get the Green with James McDonald. 2, Go Ahead and Make My Day, Jody Jameson. 3, Landing on Time, Rick Zeron. And then we'll go to number 6, Logan Park with Doug McNair. Gate moves into the stretch. A field of 4 lined up. Qualifier 6, here they come. And the rough end trotting, landing on time between arrivals, ready to go with Logan Park on the outside. Go Ahead, Make My Day to get away in 3rd, and then it'll be Get the Green who gets away in 4th. So landing on time will be the leader as we go into the first turn. Logan Park will duck in behind to race 2nd. Well, Go Ahead, Make My Day right there 3rd, and Get the Green is 4th. They go through the opening quarter in a time of 29 and 2. They're tightly packed here coming out of that first bend. A 29 and 2 opener as mentioned, and landing on time. A 4-year-old son, a tactical landing as we're into the backstretch now. Opens up a 2.5 length lead. In 2nd is Logan Park, the O'Brien Award winner. Is back for another season. The now 8-year-old is 2.5 off the top 2nd. Then we're going back to Go Ahead and Make My Day. That 4-year-old is 3rd, followed by Get the Green, another 4-year-old in the group. The half was 58 and 1. So landing on time, as mentioned, got into the backstretch and then ramped it up a bit. After that 28 and 4 second quarter, landing on time just continues to roll right along. 5/8 of the mile now in the books. Logan Park still there 2nd. Back to Go Ahead and Make My Day in 3rd. And then in 4th is Get the Green. So there's been no change since the word go. Landing on time. Trainer driver Rick Zeron, they lead it by 2.5. Logan Park starting to get a bit closer now. 127 and 1 for 3 quarters. So the Trotters come to the top of the stretch, and landing on time has called the shots to this point. Logan Park in his season debut qualifier gets a bit closer now. We'll try to come up the rail. Meanwhile, Get the Greens now moved up into 3rd from Go Ahead and Make My Day in 4th. And here is Logan Park going on by. So Logan Park back on the track and going to be first to the wire here in qualifier number 6. We'll win it by 2.5 lengths. Landing on time was 2nd. Get the Green 3rd. Go Ahead and Make My Day 4th in 1:55 and 4. Starter calls in the horses for qualifier number 7. The 7th qualifier features 3-year-old trotters. Scratch number 3, Iced. Todd Ratchford drives the 1 Wolverine Legend, while Rick Ziron will drive 7 Imperative. 1 Wolverine Legend. With Todd Ratchford, the 2 is Bit of the Bubbly, Mark McDonald. 3 is Out. 4 is Toss of the Dice, Tyler Borth. 5 in the Black, Bob McClure. 6 is Strobe Light, James McDonald. 7 is Imperative, Rick Ziron. And 8 is Bo Knight, Jody Jameson. Now a field of 7 for qualifier number 7. There will be a break following this upcoming qualifier. And we'll continue with the remainder of today's action. But set to go, qualifier 7. Here they come. They're off and trotting. Good beginning here. Down the center is In the Black. Strobe Light also coming away well. Bo Knight up on the outside. Toss of the Dice comes on through. At the rail is Wolverine Legend. Here comes Imperative rushing on up into mid-pack. And then Bit of the Bubbly. So a bit of a scramble into the first turn. And Bob McClure has In the Black at the inside with the advantage. Off stride went the 7 Imperative. Strobe Light trying to work on around to the lead. Meanwhile, raced there third is Bo Knight. Opening quarter time was 29-2. And Strobe Light won't go up to the lead. Instead, he can take back and get into second as Bo Knight will sit there third. So In the Black will do the work up the backstretch, leading it, while Strobe Light, the O'Brien Award winner, season debut qualifier, is there second. Third is Bo Knight, 3 lengths going back to Toss of the Dice in fourth, who is followed by Wolverine Legend fifth. Bit of the Bubbly is sixth, and then Imperative, who made the break in the first turn, has to catch up about 7 lengths off the nearest rival. The half is 58-4. Once again, that was 29-2, and it continues to be In the Black. In the Black made just shy of $100,000 in his rookie campaign. It's his first go, and he's on to the far turn, leading it by a little more than a length and a half from Strobe Light in second, Bo Knight in third, then back to Toss of the Dice, a couple lengths to Wolverine Legend, Bit of the Bubbly, and 7 more lengths back to Imperative. Coming to 3/4, and In the Black, as mentioned, has been calling the shots. 29-2, 58-4, 128-1 is now your 3/4 clocking, and the 3-year-old trotters come into the stretch. It's In the Black, Strobe Light second, Bo Knight is third. Here's Wolverine Legend up on the outside, trying to battle up into fourth from Toss of the Dice and Bit of the Bubbly. Imperative the trailer. It's still In the Black. Strobe Light coming into the final 16th. Now angles out and will try to get on by. Here comes Strobe Light. Strobe Light trying to reach up. In the Black right there, and Strobe Light will get by in deep stretch. It's Strobe Light by a neck. Finishing in second was In the Black. Bo Knight was third. On the outside, Bit of the Bubbly got fourth. 156-4 for Strobe Light. We'll be resuming with today's qualifiers in just a moment as the horses are coming onto the track for the 8th race. 13 in total here today. Wrapping up with a break. And just a reminder, the Paddock Kitchen is now open on qualifying mornings. So make sure to drop by. Once again, the Paddock Kitchen open on qualifying mornings. Wings of the starting gate now open. Qualifier number 8, 3-year-old Pacers. Going to line up and take their positions. So as they line up, looks like the 1 and the 7 are out. The others to grab their spots. Gate picking up speed. Here they come, qualifier number 8. And the off end pacing. It's Redland Rocket Man with the first call. Right behind is Quick Away, who will muscle up into second and maybe drive on to the lead. We'll see Lose Game get away third, then going to Just Given Her in fourth. Back to TF High Voltage. The trailer is McLovin. And as we get to this first turn, Redland Rocket Man wants control, and Quick Away can settle in right behind. So Redland Rocket Man, Quick Away 1-2 at an opening quarter of 28 seconds flat. Redland Rocket Man, who was fourth in last year's Metro, made over $178,000 season debut qualifier. He's being tracked by the New York standout Quick Away. He made close to $200,000 in his rookie campaign. So they're 1-2 in their season debuts. Meanwhile, Lose Game up the backstretch is third, followed by Just Given Her in fourth, then TF High Voltage, and about 4 lengths back to McLovin, who rounds things out. We're coming up to the midway point off a 28-second opener. The half was 57-4, so they backed it down 29-4 in the second quarter. It's Redland Rocket Man, the Bulldog Hanover Colt by a length and a half. From Quick Away, the son of American Ideal. 2 lengths then to Lose Game. The Dancin' Lou 3-year-old is about 3.5 off the top. Racing in fourth is Just Given Her. Back then to TF High Voltage, and once again McLovin is the trailer as this 6-pack of 3-year-old Pacers come to 3/4. Redland Rocket Man, Quick Away, tracking right along on the helmet. 3/4 time 1:27, 29-1, and now we can spin for home, and the sprint certainly is on. Redland Rocket Man, Quick Away behind second. Lose Game also right there third. Then we're going to Just Given Her in fourth. TF High Voltage and McLovin rounds things out. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. Redland Rocket Man gets a little separation on Quick Away, and Redland Rocket Man cruise control down to the wire. Quick Away as well there second, and Lose Game third. Redland Rocket Man will take this one in a time of 1:55 flat. 28 seconds on the end of it for Redland Rocket Man. Starting gate beginning to move for our 9th qualifier, 3-year-old trotter, scratch number 2, South River Dahlia, brings us to a field of 8. 1 is Get Me Some of That with Mark McDonald. The 2 is Out. The 3 are Kona Sealster, Martin Lachance. 4 is Cupid Hall, Rick Ziron. 5, You Dreamin' Sealster, Scott Young. 6 is Luna C with Tyler Jones. 7, Time Will Envy, J.R. Plant. 8 is Mike Me Up, Louis Waugh. And 9 is Crunching the Odds, James McDonald. A field of 8 lined up, qualifier number 9. And they're off and trotting. Away well from the middle is going to be You Dreamin' Sealster. Mike Me Up while looking to his left. Coming on through is going to be Cupid Hall. Crunching the Odds, also floating away mid-pack, while Arcona Sealster holds ground at the inside, is currently in 4th. We then go back to Time Will Envy, who is followed by Luna C, and it was a struggle at the start for Get Me Some of That, who is well behind. Going into the first turn, and it's Cupid Hall leading it. In second, You Dreamin' Sealster. Parked around the first bend is Mike Me Up. Opening quarter was 29-3. 29-3, that opening panel. Cupid Hall, a muscle mass filly into the backstretch, followed by You Dreamin' Sealster second, then Arcona Sealster third. Mike Me Up is able to now get a spot along the rail in 4th, 2 lengths back to Crunching the Odds in 5th, another couple of lengths back to Time Will Envy. Then we go to Luna C, and well back is Get Me Some of That. Coming up to the half, Cupid Hall leading it by close to 2 lengths, while You Dreamin' Sealster is there second. Cupid Hall goes by the half in 59-1. 29-3 once again. Cupid Hall onto the far turn. Cupid Hall, first qualifier of the season for this 3-year-old filly. 8 times she was in the top 3 from 11 starts, made over $126,000. She's a 2-length lead on You Dreamin' Sealster second. Third is Arcona Sealster. Then in 4th is Mike Me Up, followed by Crunching the Odds, who is in 5th. A few lengths back to Time Will Envy. 2 lengths better than Luna C. Get Me Some of That is last. 3 quarters was 129-1, and Cupid Hall got away on them. Cupid Hall opened up a 5-length lead. We'll see if that'll be enough. Up on the outside is Arcona Sealster. You Dreamin' Sealster back at the rail. Mike Me Up follows along. Looking to come on through is Crunching the Odds, and it's all Cupid Hall. A 16th remains, and Cupid Hall is well on her way to a qualifying score here this morning. It'll be Cupid Hall. Here's Mike Me Up with a good final quarter, trying to get up for second over Arcona Sealster and Will. Crunching the Odds there 4th. 158-1 for Cupid Hall. No changes for qualifier number 10, as it's a field of 7 older pacers are going to take their spots. 1, he's in control with Lyle MacArthur. 2, Dr. Joe Louis Waugh. 3, control heaven, Malik Smith. 4 is wanna be a big star, Travis Cullen. 5 is no control, Jody Jameson. 6 is chain gang, Trevor Henry. And 7, remember the Alamo, Tyler Borth. Gate swings into the stretch. A field of 7, qualifier 10. Here they come. Off stride is Dr. Joe. And they're off and pacing. Remember the Alamo is going to blast from the outside while no control quickly crossed over to second. Chain gang following that path. And then we're going back to he's in control, followed by control heaven, want to be a big star. And Dr. Joe is still on the gallop. As we hit the first turn, remember the Alamo, the 5-year-old leading it by a length and a half. No control right there second. 2 lengths back to chain gang in third. 28-2 was the opening quarter. So remember the Alamo is back here this morning. Last raced in mid-January. Had a big year last year, making over $200,000. It's Remember the Alamo. In second is No Control. Second qualifier of the season, up close this week. Then in third is Chang Gang. It's also his second outing. A gap of about 6 lengths back to He's in Control in fourth, followed by Control Heaven. Then Wanna Be a Big Star. And the last one, Dr. Joe, has pulled up. So they went by the half in 57-4, and it continues to be Remember the Alamo. After a 28-2 opener, goes 29-2, backing it down in the second split. No Control, getting the trip there in the deuce. Right there, third is Chang Gang. Fourth around the far turn, He's in Control. Finding Control Heaven in fifth, and then it is Wanna Be a Big Star sixth. Coming to three quarters, Remember the Alamo. They're tightly packed here now, single file. Three-quarter time was 127 flat, 29-1 third quarter. So as we hit the top of the stretch, you know the sprint is on here. Remember the Alamo. No Control has been tracking throughout, and Chang Gang is ready to go and shown clear racetrack. Eighth of a mile to go, and the top three square off now. Remember the Alamo, No Control, and Chang Gang charging on the outside. Remember the Alamo, Chang Gang pushing. Remember the Alamo wins it by half a length. Chang Gang was second, No Control was third, back to He's in Control fourth. 153-3. They kick home in 26-3 in qualifier number 10. Next up is our 11th qualifier, 3-year-old pacing fillies, a field of 8, no changes. 1, She's a Sunshine with Rod Hughes. 2, McMira, Mark McDonald. 3, Breezy Belle, James McDonald. 4 is Parisian Chic, Louis Waugh. 5, Midnight Bridget, Billy Davis. 6 is Brian's Halo, Jody Jameson. 7, Malicious Speed, Travis Cullen. And 8 is Whoa Black Betty, Doug McNair. Starting gate moves into the stretch, a field of 8. Sophomore pacing fillies in today's 11th. Here they come. And the rough and pacing. Pretty even beginning. We've got a few of them from the center in Midnight Bridget and Brian's Halo. But here comes Whoa Black Betty roaring up on the outside. So from post 8 to the top, getting away in fourth is Breezy Belle. To that one's outside is Malicious Speed. Then to McMira, followed by Parisian Chic, and the last one in line is She's a Sunshine. Whoa Black Betty, wide around the first turn, might have been trying to avoid the shadows there from the light standards. The opening quarter was 29-2, and Whoa Black Betty now clears and settles up front. Brian's Halo in second, racing third is Midnight Bridget, in line fourth is Breezy Belle. Then we're back to Malicious Speed, who is followed by McMira. Second from the back is Parisian Chic, and the last one, She's a Sunshine. That's how they're set up. Off a 29-2 opener, Whoa Black Betty, a 3-year-old daughter of Lazarus, brings them up to the half. A length and a half advantage over Brian's Halo. The half was hit in a minute flat. On to the far turn. 3-year-old pacing fillies here in qualifier number 11. Whoa Black Betty and Doug McNair front the group. In second is Brian's Halo. Right behind that one third is Midnight Bridget. In line fourth is Breezy Belle, who's followed by Malicious Speed, McMira. 2 more lengths into Parisian Chic, and 3 lengths back to the trailer, She's a Sunshine. As we approach 3 quarters, the lead starts to stretch out just a little bit here for Whoa Black Betty. She leads it by almost 2 on Brian's Halo. Set to go is Midnight Bridget, and she's already got the cue to come off the wood. 3 quarters was 130-2, and we're into the stretch with Whoa Black Betty trying to finish the job. In second there, that was Midnight Bridget, who put in some funky steps. That forced one around it in the terms of Breezy Belle. Rail opens up now for Malicious Speed. Brian's Halo still in the mix. Whoa Black Betty. Here comes Breezy Belle on the outside. Breezy Belle trying to sweep by on Whoa Black Betty. Whoa Black Betty and Breezy Belle, they hit the wire together. Finishing in third was Malicious Speed. Looked like Brian's Halo held fourth. 158-3. In qualifier number 11, in that photo, the winner was number 8, Whoa Black Betty, by a nose over the 3 Breezy Bell, the mile time 1:58 and 3. Starting to get rolling now for the 12th qualifier. 3-year-old trotters, here they come. And the raw fan trotting. Bridgie got off to a good beginning, so too did Touched by an Angel. Off stride went the one Courtney's Promise when trying to show some speed, and also off stride went Bridgie. So a couple of breakers here in the early going. Coming through is Hologram. On that one's outside is going to be First Class Mass. Then we are going to Raucus. Then Courtney's Promise reset after that break. Working around that rival is Willie Boy. Going back to Kinder Rolex, who is followed by Captain Willie. And the early breaker as well was Bridgie, but that one reset. Opening quarter was 30-3. So everything settled, and as we trot into the second quarter, the leader here, this is Touched by an Angel. Touched by an Angel made nearly $200,000 in his rookie campaign, and he leads up the backstretch. About to have some company, though. Here's a move as trying to advance up after the lead is First Class Mass. So First Class Mass comes up after the top. As they go by the midway point, it was hit in a time of 101 flat. So we do get a lead change here. First Class Mass takes the top spot away from Touched by an Angel. Meanwhile, it's Hologram in third. Fourth around the far turn will be Raucus, who is followed in line by Willie Boy, that one tracked by Courtney's Promise. Then we're going back to Kinder Rolex. Underway is Captain Willie. That one's gained a spot, and the trailer is Bridgie. Two-horse breakaway up front, however, it's First Class Mass from Touched by an Angel. They hit three quarters in 130-3, and they spin for home. So it's First Class Mass who took the lead in the second quarter. Touched by an Angel in behind the early leader. Will continue to stay glued to that one's back. And then we've got several lengths going back to the others, including Raucus, who's trying to get up into third from Hologram. As we're into the final 16th, up the rail now comes Touched by an Angel. Touched by an Angel in First Class Mass. And at the inside, Touched by an Angel takes it by a head. First Class Mass was second. Finishing in third was Raucus. Then fourth was Courtney's Promise in 158-2, 27-4 on the end of it. We're wrapping things up today with a field of 7 older pacers for the 13th. Madam Panic, Sunny's Girl, All My Wishes, CC Rockin' Rosie, Twin Bee Empress, Cold Creek Pantera, and Captain Hurley. Field of 7 for the 13th. Here they come. They're off and pacing. At the inside is Madam Panic as that one pushes ahead on Sunny's Girl. Here comes the middle pair in Twin Bee Empress and Cold Creek Pantera pushing on up. Meanwhile, All My Wishes gets away in 5th. To that one's wheel is going to be Captain Hurley, who got in front of CC Rockin' Rosie, and that's how they'll get set up as we head into the first bend. The only thing to determine will be Cold Creek Pantera clearing to the lead, and Cold Creek Pantera will do just that at an opening quarter of 30-1. So Cold Creek Pantera leads it for Tyler Borth. In second is Twin Bee Empress. Racing third up the backstretch is Madam Panic. 2 lengths better than Sunny's Girl in 4th, who is being followed by All My Wishes. Then going back to Captain Hurley, CC Rockin' Rosie rounds things out. Lead change here in the second quarter, circling around Twin Bee Empress from second to first ahead of the half. So Twin Bee Empress, the 5-year-old mare, and Doug McNair, they're now in front. Cold Creek Pantera is second. Still their third, Madam Panic. 59-4 was the half-mile time. Head onto the far turn, and your leader here is Twin Bee Empress, a length and a half better than Cold Creek Pantera. Out from third, here comes Madam Panic, and that one presses after the lead. Also off the rail is Sunny's Girl. On the outside is Captain Hurley moving up a spot. Inside second from the back, All My Wishes, and also moving at the back of the pack, CC Rockin' Rosie. Twin Bee Empress picked it up when facing the pressure. On the outside was Madam Panic. That one's a length away, 129-3 for 3/4. So Twin Bee Empress swings us into the stretch. Madam Panic on the outside. Sunny's Girl between horses battles up into third. Here comes Captain Hurley called upon. We have an 1/8 of a mile to go. Twin Bee Empress still with a length advantage on Madam Panic, but Captain Hurley is roaring. So too is CC Rockin' Rosie from the back. Captain Hurley takes the lead. CC Rockin' Rosie up to second. Twin Bee Empress third, and Madam Panic fourth. 157-1 for Captain Hurley.